Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you're keeping really well. As you can see, our garden is quickly filling up with brown crunchy leaves. It is the season to carve some pumpkins. And of course my chickens will have some of their own pumpkins to munch on too. So today I'm going to start decorating outside the house for Halloween, and my theme is autumn and cuteness. Nothing spooky this year. We're going to make it super adorable. And later tonight, we have our family movie night. It's our first family movie night for the Halloween theme, and our chosen movie is Haunted Mansion. So, like I do every week, I'm going to make all of the snacks for our movie night to match the movie. So come along with me today for some Halloween fun. It's getting so cold outside, so it's so lovely and cozy being inside watching a movie and decorating with pumpkins and autumn garland. Oh, it's so lovely. I can't wait. So let's get started. Let's go. This right here is my back door. This is where I want to decorate today. But as you can see, I still have my summer decorations up. I know, for shame. There's autumn leaves on the ground and I have a summer wreath hanging still. I know, I'm a mess. So let's take down the wreath and my swags that I hang on my garage door. Anything else artificial that I can store away until next summer. I'll pack those up now and then we'll give this area a little clean before we put the Halloween decorations out. So that's the little porch step all clean and tidy. It's time to decorate. I'm bringing out my big giant Halloween box here. This is only one of probably 5 Halloween boxes I have. I know it's so excessive, but you'll see when I open the lid that although I am excessive, I am not organized. Last year, I just kind of threw everything in. There's no organization to this chaos, but this year, once I'm finished with the Halloween decorations on November 1st, when I'm packing them all up, I promise myself I will be super organized and I will pack them in categories, not just all thrown in here together. I tell myself that every year, but this year, I know I'll do it. This year is the charm. So I'm starting with my little light up autumn garland. I made this probably 6 or 7 years ago and I normally have it on my front porch, but we're changing things up this year. This garland was so easy to make. They're just autumn leaf garlands off Amazon and plug-in outdoor lights. It is super gorgeous, but I've had it a few years and it's feeling a little thin and I want to improve it this year if I can. I bought a few autumn garlands out of Tesco in their sale recently, and it has orange and green leaves and it has white pumpkins and berries. You'll see it shortly in the video, but I'm hoping I can add that to this garland and make it even more beautiful. I'm also adding an autumn wreath to my collection this year. I actually went out specifically to buy a wreath, and I thought I'll stop by a charity shop that I love to go to first, and they had a wreath. Can you believe it? I believe it because I always manifest things. I'm actually gonna keep a note of all the things that I've manifested this year, and then I'm gonna make a video of it at the end of the year because I think it should be studied. It's so cool. The amount of things, small random things to big normal things I've manifested is crazy. But yes, I manifested this wreath and it is beautiful. It's like super vintage vibes. You know, it has glitter and odd shaped pumpkins and squash. It's really cute. You'll see it up close later in the video. And just by happy coincidence, it matches the garlands I bought really well. And I did not plan that at all. It was just a total coincidence. Look how beautiful my garland is now. I literally could not believe it. This was the before and this is the after. Isn't it gorgeous? When I was buying the garlands, I was really worried that it wouldn't be enough and they were still too thin and it wouldn't bulk it out enough like the way I wanted it to look. But now I realize this was the perfect amount. I couldn't have planned it any better. And now my wreath, isn't it beautiful as well? You see what I mean with the different shaped squash, and it has that texture that old vintage things have, which is lots of tiny clear beads stuck all over it. You know what I'm talking about? I love that. And doesn't it go so beautifully with the garlands? It looks like they were a collection made by a designer together, I think. They're so gorgeous. Now I needed to decorate on the ground. These two trees on either side of the door, I had planned on keeping them here and just throwing sheets over them and adding ghost eyes and calling it a day. I thought it was a really good idea, but the bigger tree, I just couldn't get the blanket to sit right and it just wasn't working for me. So I changed it up and I left that tree as is, but I did decorate the little tree with an old blanket that I got secondhand, and I added little ghost eyes to it. And then I added another little ghost. I talked about this hack in my last Halloween video. Instead of buying the tomato cage and the big polystyrene ball to go on top, a cheaper alternative is to get a £1 mixing bowl from the pound shop or B&M, get a plastic one, and then go to a builder's yard and you get a pointed fence post. Ours were £1 as well, and you just screw the plastic bowl into the top of the post like this, and then you throw an old blanket over it, preferably a second-hand one or one you don't care too much about, and then find something black and black material that you can cut up. I used one of my son's old socks and you cut it up and then use a hot glue gun to stick the eyes on, and it's a dirt cheap way of making a little pretty ghost. You can even find blankets that have like floral patterns on them, and that'll be super beautiful. I have loads of different colored ones all around my house. You'll see in my other videos, but I love this hack because it was a lot cheaper for me than the tomato cage and the polystyrene ball one that I had seen a lot online. For the big tree, I admit I kind of ran out of ideas, so in the end we just stuck some big spiders on the tree. Maybe in the next few days I'll think of something better, but for now it's just the spider tree. And lastly, we're adding our big pumpkins around the door. These big giant pumpkins I actually got for me and the kids to carve later this weekend. So we're gonna lay them out here, and then when we carve them, we'll put candles in and it'll look even cooler. But they're really big and they have specks of green. They're pretty funky looking. I also have these little plastic ones that I got a few years ago from Home Bargains. I had planned on getting more plastic ones because obviously then I can use them forever instead of having to buy new pumpkins every year, but I haven't seen any more in Home Bargains this year. They aren't in my one, so I've only got these two for now. If I see any more over the next few weeks, I'll grab them. I also got a white pumpkin at long last. I got it in Asda, but it was £3 for one white pumpkin, which is probably very reasonable, but I only got one of them. It wasn't reasonable enough for my budget, but the one white pumpkin is adorable. It sets it all off and it matches my garland lovely. We also decided to add a witch's hat to this little ghost because it was a bit of an odd shaped ghost, and the witch's hat just added a bit more charm to it. Now I like to think that it's my son and daughter dressed up as ghosts for Halloween, which is adorable. Okay guys, we finished decorating the back door. That's not my main front door. I also have my front door with the porch, and we're going to decorate that this weekend. we're doing, it's not a new theme, but we haven't done it at the front porch yet. I want to do like witches theme, like broomsticks and witches hats and like cauldrons and stuff. I'm gonna try and use stuff I already have, so it's gonna be like a bit of a mission, a bit of a DIY project. So I'm gonna do it over the weekend, but that's the back door done and it's super cute and adorable. But we're waiting now till it gets dark so we can see it with lights on. So it'll be dark in a couple of hours. So to burn up the time, me and Blossom are gonna make movie night snacks for our Halloween movie night tonight, and the chosen movie is Haunted Mansion. Yeah, with Eddie Murphy, so the original one, because there's a second Haunted Mansion which we went to see in the cinema, so we'll probably end up watching both. But we're going to try and make all the snacks Haunted Mansion themed. We're going to make Rice Krispie buns but Halloween themed, and we're going to make, oh, we got donuts that we'll put icing on and try and make it in theme, and just loads of like Halloween sweeties, and I got little Halloween cups that I can put their drinks in too. So we have a couple of hours, let's make all the food, and then I'm going to get the living room all set up and ready for our Halloween cinema. Blossom made tickets for the Halloween cinema, and she's going to have a little ticket stand outside the living room, so they give her the ticket and she'll beep it to go inside. So super cute. So let's start doing it because we want to make biscuits, so I need to cook them as well. So let's get started. So we got all the sweet food ready, and then it was time to make the savory food. Me and the kids love to make these little homemade pizzas, and I fully admit that I am a fun mum, but I'm not a very good cook mum. So I tend to buy like ready rolled pastry, and then we cut out the shapes and decorate and make our own pizzas. I know it's kind of cheating, but it tastes better than when I make it, and the kids have a blast. So I think it's cheating that doesn't hurt anyone. And I do the same thing with the donuts and the cupcakes. I buy little packs of pre-made cupcakes, just plain, and then we make our own icing and decorate them. And I do the same thing with the donuts. And I know you can't really say it's baking, but we still have fun doing it, and they taste delicious. So who has to know? It can be our secret. But this time with the little pizzas, we decided to make it themed because we're trying to make it Haunted Mansion themed, right? So we used our ghost-shaped cookie cutters to cut out the pizzas to look like ghosts. And they did look really good when they were the pastry, and they looked good when we put the sauce on, but I think I put way too much cheese on. So as you can see, when they came out of the oven, you had a couple that still resembled a ghost, but mostly they did not. But they tasted delicious, and that's all that matters. We had a little hiccup with our Rice Krispie buns as well, because looking back, I realized I should have put them on grease-proof paper, but I didn't. I put them straight on this tray. So once I got the little casing off, I couldn't get it off the tray. Later on, I realized if I twisted it at the same time, they came out. So we ended up with 3 out of 4, which isn't bad for our first time try. Normally, we just kind of put them into a cupcake case, but this time we wanted them to be this circle shape, so we tried to put them into cookie cutters. But lesson learned, next time we put them on greaseproof paper, and that would have saved a lot of hassle. Then we added some white chocolate that we dyed dark green on top, and then we added eyes to make them look like monsters. It was starting to get dark, so just before we started the movie, we went outside to check out our decorations with the lights on, and they did not disappoint. Aren't they so beautiful with the orange glow and the little ghosts? Subtle but gorgeous. Just before we settled in to watch our movie, I popped into the living room to add some mood lights. I know I'm so excessive, but I've had these plug-in lights for like 10 years. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be used for outside in your garden for security lights. But I use them for my Halloween decorations because they come with a little remote so you can change the color of them and they plug in anywhere. I think they're awesome. You can probably find them on Amazon if you're looking for something like this. Today I went with the color purple because the Haunted Mansion, their color scheme is purple, blue and green, and look how cool it is. I just wanted to add something a little bit different to the living room, make it a little spooky for our family movie night, to make it special for the kids. So I'll do this every Halloween movie night, and we do that every Friday night, and I'll try and do the colors to match the movie. I know it's so over the top, but it's fun and it makes it special for the kids. Okay guys, as always, thank you so much for coming along. I hope that you like the decorations at the back door, and tomorrow and the next day after that I'll be doing the porch because it's a bigger project, so I hope I'll see you there for that too. We're going to do that witch themed, very exciting. And for now we're going to settle in, start our movie, eat our food and chillax for the night. So enjoy your weekend and I'll see you soon. Bye bye, take care.